So you can set the auto repeat, so it'll repeat up to 7 or 8 times, I believe. You can also set reset time for it to wait between each repeat, which is nice. And then we have a stopwatch. This module has a 100-hour stopwatch, which is nice. There's a few different modes in it. You can time it like for a race. You can do first and second place with it with a few key presses. And then we have world time. You can cycle through different world cities here. And you can see you always have the current time in your time zone. I have it set here at Eastern Standard Time. It's 1:39, and it looks like Honolulu, it's 8:39 a.m. And the alarm mode. There's actually, let's see, 3 different alarms. Alarm 1, 2, and 3. And then there's a snooze alarm, which will go off for about 10 seconds and then stop for 5 minutes and keep repeating 6 or 7 times, hopefully waking you up eventually. And you can also set the hourly chime, so it'll beep on the hour if you like. And back to regular timekeeping mode. And you'll see whenever you switch back into regular timekeeping mode, it scrolls your location. Mine currently is set to Virginia Beach, even though that is a good 2 or 3 hours away from me. That's the farthest north you can pick for a location here in this time zone, unfortunately. It's kind of odd. Each time zone has a few different locations, and it'll vary whether how close that is to you. So for the tide graph functionality, I imagine that has some effect on that. I think you can go in and fine-tune it to adjust that, but you're always going to have that location scrolling across the screen whenever you change modes. You can see there in the middle, all the way to the right, is the moon phase indicator. And then in the middle of that bar, you can see the charge indication. This is a tough solar model, so it is a solar rechargeable battery. And there's 5 levels for that battery. You have high, which is what it's set at now, which is full charge. That's as good as it gets. And then you have medium, which isn't bad. Once it hits low, though, the third one down, some of the functionality does start to go away. Your backlight and alarm sounds will stop functioning to conserve the battery life. And then below that is the charge indicator. If that goes off, it's not good, and even more functionality will stop working. And if that goes away, the entire LCD will die, and yeah, that's the lowest mode. And the watch will still charge and it'll come back eventually, but nothing will display until it gets back up to the next level again. So that's pretty good. This one came with full charge. Hasn't been out of the box much at all yet, so it seems to be doing pretty good. And the indication there is the receiving indication on the far left of that bar. That has 3 levels of signal strength for the atomic syncing. So if you do a manual sync, it'll display either 1, 2, or 3 for a level, 3 being the best, or it'll display error if it cannot do a manual sync. I tried a little bit earlier, and it takes a while to do it. I won't waste the time here on the video, but yeah, eventually you just get an error message if there's no signal, which is usual for this area during the day. So you can see around the edge there is the solar panel, which will look black most of the time, but if you get the right angle, it does kind of a deep purple color to it. Overall, it's nice. The round indicator there in the middle, we'll just check off every 20 minutes or so there. It flashes as it goes around. It's nice, but it doesn't really do that much. The display on this one is really nice with that matrix there. Most of the information, though, will end up scrolling if it's longer, but it's still, fairly useful. It'd be nice if they ever do an update to this module to maybe add a little bit more room to display, to have the tide graph at all times, as well as the day and date. But overall, it's a nice watch. I think I paid around $250 for this from a Japanese dealer. I don't see too many on eBay right now, but yeah, one might show up on there. Might be a good place to look. But if you really want one of these, I recommend contacting a dealer in Japan and getting a quote and see. I don't know if these are actually sold out at the original retailers yet. If that's the case, then the price might go up a little bit. Imagine these will be around $300 in the near future if they're not already up at that price yet. So whether it's worth it to you, I don't know.